At ANZ, we're committed to helping Kiwis like you achieve that most elusive of dreams. With competitive interest rates and flexible payment terms, ANZ can provide that leg up not everyone receives. So when you're ready to take that next big step, take it into ANZ. And, hey, well, guys, where are you going? Guys, you walk past the bank.
Hey, what can I get you?
2 smashed avocados, thanks.
And a soy flat one.
Great. And how will you be paying for that?
My home deposit.
Millennials. ANZ. The A does not stand for avocados.
Tonight on the show, the guys flirt with your grandmas when they work at a retirement village. Guy is wrapped with his big boy birthday surprise, and the boys fangirl over meeting Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. So, drum roll please, it's Jono and Ben.
Here we are! Hey, welcome along to the show. It has been a big week for road safety with a number of expressways in New Zealand increasing their speed to 110 k's an hour.
110 k's an hour?
Yeah.
God, that's fast. I'm going to spill my beer driving at that speed. It's a nightmare.
But not everyone's into it. I hear that many of the possums living along State Highway 1 have been pretty crushed.
Yeah, they're absolutely crushed, Ben.
Yeah.
I've done the maths on this, guys. Did you know that you can now get from Auckland to Hamilton in 1 hour?
Yeah.
And can I say for the record, no one was requiring to get to Hamilton quicker than we already were. If anything, slow us down.
And the irony is many of the bogans in Hamilton are already doing 110 k's in the 50 k's
Yeah,
zone.
because that's what they do, Ben. They just go like that all day. Look at me, I'm a bogan in Hamilton. Blah. Sticking with the lawbreakers, Winston Peters has announced that he was receiving extra pension payments.
Yeah.
Shocking news.
And if I know Winston Peters, and I don't, but but he would be really understanding if this happened to anyone else, right?
He's such
sympathetic.
He stands back, he lets bygones be bygones,
Totally.
doesn't he? And why don't we get better scandals? All of our scandals have been about work and income. Give me a dick pic.
In drug-busting news this week, 2 Mexican men have actually been sentenced for trying to import drugs to New Zealand in a big diamante horse's head.
Yeah.
Horse's head, I mean, come on, people. Don't they know in New Zealand we like to deliver drugs in little bits of tinfoil?
That's our preferred method.
That's what we do.
The Aussies like boogie board bags. We love tinfoil.
Yeah.
That's our thing. But very sad news, guys. Just before we came out, we were told due to the lack of cocaine in New Zealand now, there won't be a season 2 of The Real Housewives of Auckland. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you're going to miss it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But on a happier note, can we get a round of applause for the Blackburns who won the Rugby World Cup? How good is that? I heard they celebrated by sharing a bottle of Riccadonna and going back to their proper jobs.
Yeah, well, they don't actually get paid, although they do get paid in mana.
Yeah. The best thing about getting paid in mana, it's free, because it comes from in here.
Can't pay the bills, though, can it?
Can't pay. I once tried to pay my electricity bill using mana. Bloody nightmare. Baycorp doesn't like mana payments, I tell you that for free. But also exciting news too, the All Blacks could get a round of applause for them. They retain the Bledisloe Cup.
Yeah, and they celebrated, they had a big party.
They had a massive party, and this was seen going into the changing room after the game. Hell of a party for the All Blacks, and we've got a hell of a night for you.
Yeah, we've got a great show tonight. Please welcome Guy Williams, Laura Daniel. Let's get into it!
Good to see you guys. How you going?
Oh, I was so stoked with how much the whole country got behind the Blackburns. I was like, great, sexism is dead. And then I heard they got paid no money. I was like, no, I spoke too soon. It's still on the table.
Hey, you know, they may not get a ticker tape parade, but they do get a nice morning tea that they have to provide all of the food for.
Yeah, they are stay-at-home mums, so that means after they won the cup, they also washed it, dried it and put it away. So.
Now, this week, we had a pretty massive week, didn't we? We were lucky enough to hang out with the world's biggest rock band. That's right, the Foo Fighters.
Young indie unknowns, the Foo Fighters, are about to release their album Concrete and Gold. And their singer David Grohl and percussionist Taylor Hawkins were understandably grateful to get this new band some much-needed exposure on the Jono and Ben television show.
Well.
Yeah.
David, Taylor, how are you guys?
Good.
So we didn't get to go to the album listening party last night, so we listened to the album in a taxi from the airport to here.
Oh, wow. It's great.
And we have quite possibly, I think, the greatest review of your record yet.
Oh, yeah?
So this is Bob, the taxi driver.
Okay.
We've just been listening to the new Foo Fighters album, Bob.
Yeah.
What did you reckon, mate?
Yeah, it's
Fabulous.
It was a fabulous.
Fabulous.
Five star. Bob saying fabulous.
Put that on your album? Bob, taxi driver.
Cab driver. Fabulous.
So when you guys recorded the album, there was like a whole lot of other musicians hanging out recording their albums.
You know, every week there was a different musician there. So, like, Lady Gaga was in there one week.
So you see the guy from Boyz II Men in the
Boyz
car
II Men. I was sitting in the parking lot, like, writing out lyrics, and he comes walking through the parking lot, and I'm like, hey, man. And we start talking. I looked at him like, hey, do you want to sing on our record? And so he came in and he built this incredible, beautiful 24-track choir. It just sounds like a church choir with like Black Sabbath.
What did the cab driver think of
Yeah, what did Bob think of that?
Fabulous. Five-star review.
That's good.
You've been sort of teasing that there's a very famous pop star that features on the record. No one knows who it is.
Yeah.
We've been listening to the album.
We try to work it out. We haven't figured it out.
There's no way that you can work it out.
We're going to list them off. If you blink,
Okay.
that means that's the truth. Okay. All right,
see what you
start
got.
Ben.
Taylor Swift. Okay.
Okay, Justin Bieber.
No, didn't get the beat.
Ed Sheeran.
No, didn't get Ed.
Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Oh, sorry, my accent. New Zealand's favourite artist.
That's it.
Sure.
That's who it was.
The guys who sang Who Let the Dogs Out.
Who, with Baha Man?
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I know the guy that wrote that song.
Oh,
Really?
This German dude named Andre. He's like, yeah, I was one of the people that wrote. What?
Really?
It's insane.
I have a good idea for the song.
Yeah.
Who Let the Dogs Out.
The dog's out. I'm not sure. But yeah, so then there was this one person who's, you know, kind of iconic and famous and incredibly talented and
Thanks, man.
Wow, it's just that's how much I love Taylor.
Well, you got to
It's
sing.
like
Taylor,
that,
Taylor, you
yeah.
got to sing on one of the songs in this one.
They let the dog out.
Dave left the dog out.
Who let the dogs out?
Dave let the dog out.
And now you guys have got a bit of a relationship with Lord as well.
I was so happy when Lorde became popular, especially in the States, because she sort of was doing what happened to Nirvana in 1991. The Smells Like Teen Spirit song really sort of stood out because it seemed like there was a little more substance. I don't want to say depth to it.
He
when I
feels
heard
embarrassed to say it.
Yeah.
He's part of it.
Don't feel embarrassed to say that Nirvana was good.
They were good, dude.
Thanks,
Obviously.
guys. Wonder what Bob would think.
Fabulous.
Coming up, the Foo Fighters audition for a new band.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
And we start to lose Taylor Hawkins at the end of a long day of interviews.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Don't go away because it's gonna be
Fabulous.
Man, and Dave Grohl, what a legend. Imagine being in both the Foo Fighters and Nirvana.
I don't have to imagine, my friend. I'm Jono from the Jono Project and Jono's new show.
Foo Fighters, Nirvana, pretty good. Jono's new show. I've been on the Guy Williams show and I once ruined an episode of The Block. So,
Ruined an episode of The Block?
I was on an episode of the Piha Rescue once, but they didn't let me on because they said they don't put you on if you're trying to drown on purpose.
I've actually been on 2 shows this week.
What's that, mate?
Well, I've been on this show and Police 10-7.
You are the pixelated lady.
No, I snuck cocaine into the country.
Oh, the horse is here. It's genius.
But here to catch us up on what's been happening this week, it's James Rocco and the Week in 5.
Kia ora everyone, James here. Hope your girlfriend isn't looking because I'm about to hit you with some current affairs. Here's the Week in 5. Number 5. Breakfast weatherman Maddie McLean had a go at gumbo throwing and it didn't go well.
Can he beat the kids?
Oh. Maddie, I'd tell you to throw in the towel, but I don't think throwing's your thing. Number 4. This reporter's savage burn on Donald Trump.
Let's go back and pick up a little bit more of what the president's saying, see if there's something worth following here.
They're elite. I went to better schools than they did. I was a better student than they were. I live in a bigger, more beautiful apartment, and I live in the White House, too, which is really great.
Clearly, there is nothing worth following in what he's talking about now.
That reporter's like me whenever my girlfriend tries to tell me about Carol from work. Number 3. This legend who brought this weatherman a gift to help keep him going.
You guys some Galveston beer!
Well, thank you. That will be nice for after we are done covering this.
That storm was a Category 4, but after a couple beers, passed for a 6.5. What I'm saying is I want to that storm. Number 2. Paula Bennett had the most ridiculous speech ever at the National Party launch.
So the All Blacks pulled it off last night. Whew, that was a bit of a, yeah. But what about that Nikki K? Yes! Yes!
Oh, I remember my first Red Bull. And now the #1 story of the week. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather went down this weekend, and one of the fighters got a little bit too excited at the weigh-in.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
And much like Conor McGregor, that boner goes really hard in the first couple rounds, but gets fatigued before the end. And that was the Week in 5. I've been James Rocket, and remember, stay beautiful and follow your dreams.
Thank you, James.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice, like, how many hits McGregor was taking, but he didn't bleed, but we know where the blood went, right?
I reckon it was at that press conference that Floyd Mayweather realised he had some stiff competition.
I know, we all knew it was going to be a hard fight.
Who gets that excited about knowing they're going to get punched in the face?
I think this actually proves once and for all that men can multitask. They can box and pitch a tent at the same time.
Oh, you win it, Laura. You win it. That's good.
We'll see you guys after the break. See you soon.
When we return, Laura finds a way to get more shirtless men into her song parodies, and we find a way to embarrass more unsuspecting members of the public. Don't go away!
Welcome back to the show. Now, there's nothing like the thrill of live TV, so this week, Jono and I hit the streets to show the public just what that thrill feels like.
Today, we've set up a live news cross with our friend Perlina, who's going to be playing a journalist.
And Brinley, who's going to be playing news producer.
And Ben and myself, who are going to be playing Dickies.
And we're going to try and stitch people up by doing a live cross.
This is Crossing Live.
So Paulina's approaching people to see if they'll be part of a quick little interview for the news.
Unfortunately, it's not the news, it's just our show.
Hey, Brinley, can you just tell Paulina that that footage is ready for her in the van?
Sure, mate. Paulina, there's just some footage for you in the truck if you just want to pop out there.
Okay, I'll just quickly watch this before we do this. Sorry, can I just get you that? Cool. I'll be right back.
We're running ahead of schedule. We're coming to you guys in 5, 4, 3,
Okay,
2,
just talk. Okay,
1.
just talk.
Crossing live to you now.
The housing crisis. Okay, there's still not many people building houses in Auckland, and there's too many people coming here to live. Is this real?
Brinley, can you tell Paulina that that footage is ready for her in the truck?
Paulina, there's just some footage for you in the van if you just want to check that out quickly before we...
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, can I just pick up this? Thank you.
Welcome back, Paulina. Coming to you guys in 5, 4, 3,
okay.
2,
just
1.
okay.
And we're live.
Okay, right.
To our reporter now, Michelle. Apparently you're also the leading advocate for marijuana use as well.
So somebody just told you that?
We've just received that information.
You've just received that information?
Is it true now you're stoned and just wandering around the beach?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we cross live now to Takapuna.
This is Brian Serafini from Canada, live here at
Hello. Can you hear me?
Takapuna Beach.
Hello?
Just going for a walk.
Hello.
And
The dogs love it. Like I say, you only get wet.
Sorry, Ula, we didn't ask for your life story.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, my dogs come walking with me today, and they're
Just
just...
stop banging on about your dogs.
Well, let's talk about the cafe then, shall we? As you can see, they've got some great food up there.
I don't care about the shitty cafe either.
we're in the summer season,
Brian?
so when we came over here, it was 35 degrees
Brian!
Celsius.
Brian's a professional, right?
Jesus,
he's good.
How
good is he, Paulina?
Great way to prank an actual journalist from Canada.
That was okay.
We also understand you're a leading advocate for adultery.
Adultery?
You believe it's okay to stray from the relationship?
If you're in another country, maybe.
It's been, I'm here for actually a conference.
I can't remember a time before Brian speaking.
With
going through his tour now.
Brian's been talking for 20 minutes.
Brian! Have more time.
I recognised your voice.
And...
Michelle, well done.
What the hell was it?
Now, unfortunately, we've pranked a proper journalist who's at the...
I told you it was a prank.
Amazing!
After watching that, I'm like, when will we just leave the public alone?
In any other setting, you'd probably call that workplace bullying. But for some reason we call that a segment on television.
Also, do you call this job work?
No, I call this just sitting here and vaguely remembering lines I meant to say down there.
This week, Laura created an ode to a special type of man.
Yeah, and by ode you mean objectifying 20 different men in a mildly fancy pop song?
Sure did. What I did was something very clever. Took a popular top 40 song, Boys, and changed the word boys to something else. What? Find out now.
I was busy thinking about blokes, blokes, blokes. Eating pies, drinking a Coke. Smokes, blokes. Head is spinning, thinking about blokes. I like a bloke that sits with his legs spread out real wide, and he refuses to wear sunscreen when he's outside. Won't catch him drinking a craft beer on Monday night. He brews his own, straight from his home. And when they shower, it's only because they're muddy. Kicking and passing a ball around, playing rugby. Working that 9-to-5 job, wearing a hard hat, showing him build his crack. Only cooks food on a barbie, marinating chicken and bulls like. Only shorts he wears are stubbies. Rugged, sweaty, hairy Kiwi blokes, blokes. Blokes. Farmers riding tractors are blokes, blokes, blokes. Lint in their belly button blokes. Like a bloke spraying CRC on a door hinge, and one who naps in the middle of the day snoring. Come round on Sunday, assemble my flat pack, showing a builder's crack. Marking measurements with a Sharpie, reaching stuff high on a ladder. I need a little help jump starting. Fix my car, paint my fence, blokes, blokes, blokes. Patch this hole in my chipboard, blokes, blokes, blokes. Hang my pictures, blast my windows, walk my dog, mount my TV, tune my TV, clear my gutters, install my router, unclog my drain, mow my lawn, trim my hedges, lift my boxes into storage, kill that spider, clear my section, rewind my...
What do you call this thing? I don't know what it is, but I want it to make ice.
Hey, Laura, I'm starting to think that you're not sexually attracted to me and you're just using me to do repairs for free.
I thought we were going to smooch.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Don't you think that maybe as a strong, independent woman, Laura, you could do some of these DIY repairs yourself?
Oh, no, my fingers are sore.
Can we at least hold hands?
No. No, there's no way in hell that's happening. Okay, back to work, blokes.
No, I'm quitting.
Blokes,
Thank you for that one, Laura. The one thing I think the show really needed was 20 more blokes on it. That's all.
Well, you keep asking, so there you go.
That was objectification of men, and I loved it. Please do it more often.
I have to come clean. I am actually very attracted to blokes. You know, in fact, all those people used in that, they were all my exes. It was an awkward day of shooting. Oh, wait.
I told you if we worked with her, it meant we were dating.
That was a joke, but for a minute there, I actually thought, have me and Laura dated before? What? Yes. Yes.
No,
in the future, maybe?
Hard pass.
What we're saying is that there's a bit of nothing yet, but there's some. We're working on some stuff.
Well, you guys aren't Ross and Rachel. No one's waiting for you guys to hook up.
There's all I can say right now is nothing's formal, but things are heating up over here on the sex couch.
Yeah. You know, at the end of every show, I have to clean that couch.
All right, segue us out of here.
It's time for TV Extra of the Week. And now this week's prize goes to this guy who took Casual Friday to the next level. We'll see you after the break.
TV Extra of the Week.
Explanation's been given, but there'd have to be a good reason, given that the kingdom's been moving towards greater democracy.
TV Extra of the Week.
Coming up, the boys get eaten alive by the living dead when they work at a retirement village, then change jobs to delivery men to give one shop a very unwanted delivery.
Welcome back to the show. Now, one of the stories of the week was the big fight on Sunday. When I think of fighting, there's no person less qualified to talk about it, but still weirdly confident enough to give it a bash anyway. It's our special boxing correspondent, Guy Williams!
Hey! It's Guy time! Woo! Yeah! It was one of the richest fights of all time between Floyd, domestic violence charges Mayweather, and Conor doesn't have domestic violence charges, so I guess I'm rooting for that guy, McGregor. McGregor came out dressed in an Irish flag, and Mayweather came out looking like he was going to do an armed robbery of a petrol station / sex store. And they were off. The ref explained the rules.
This will be a clean, professionally fought bout.
And the fighters ignored them completely.
Stop! The longest layoff of his career. He's known for stop.
The fight had it all. Ref pushing, head massages, and these awesome 10-foot-tall Corona women. Put them in the fight. Turns out McGregor had never participated in a boxing match, whether it be professional or amateur, before. And that's why it was so exciting. Who's going to win? A professional, undefeated champion, or some dude just giving it a bash? And boy, oh boy, was it thrilling stuff. Armed with the experience of warming up on at least 3 of his partners, Mayweather was too fit and too fast for McGregor. And the fight was kind of one-sided, as explained by these expert ESPN analysts.
He forced a gourmet chef to be a guy...
But doesn't that make it fast food? I mean, use your analogy.
It does.
Doesn't that make it fast food?
That's
Instead of a la
exactly what
carte
it does.
steak?
Still to walk the guy
Wait a
down
minute,
and
Teddy.
knock him out.
Wait a
He had to be that.
But it's still a cheeseburger.
He had
it's
to
not
be.
a steak.
Kevin,
That's all I'm saying.
But who's eating it? Floyd's eating it.
The winners on the day were Mayweather and McGregor, who walked away with apparently hundreds of millions of dollars. The losers on the day were concussion protocols, women's rights, and any losers like me who spent $50 to watch this garbage. That's all for Guy Time this week. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, New Zealand! Thank you, Guy. Apparently, Mayweather earned around $300 million for the fight, and New Zealand Rugby has responded by saying, please no one tell the Black Ferns.
The crazy thing is I buy these stupid fights every year. Like, every year I know the boxing fight is going to be rubbish, and I still pay for this pay-per-view and stuff like that.
Why would you pay for it?
Because...
No, if you wanted to watch 2 overpaid douchebags fight it out, just go to the Viaduct on a Saturday.
I'm just wondering how they're going to top this now. Like, what's going to be next? Next year it's going to be, like, McGregor fighting, like, Mike Tyson's Tiger or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I'd like to see? Mike Perot fight Mike Peru. That'd be a great fight.
David Bain v Mark Lundy. Great fight.
The biggest fight I see each week is drunk Jono versus sober Jono.
Great battle. Great battle.
I'd like to do a professional fight.
With who?
We've got cameras. I'll fight you, guys.
I'm not fighting you.
All right, I'll fight you, Jono.
I'm not fighting you either. I do not want to fight you.
I guess the fight's off then.
What?
Oh, no, Ben, I would kill you.
Yeah. These people have come to see blood. Who wants to see Ben's blood? He's Conor McGregoring down here, guys. He's Conor McGregoring.
Now, still on the search for a backup plan when this job fails. Jono and I this week tried our hand at working at a retirement home.
Why don't you get a job? Hello, we're here. Hello. How are you? How's it going, Jude? How are you, Hello.
What's going on today, Jude?
Well, we've got these lovely residents here who are waiting for you to take their chair yoga class.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave you to it.
Gee, that's a long list.
All right.
You realise we're just here for comical purposes.
What are you doing?
Crank it up, crank it up.
Is this meant to be yoga? No, take your time.
Okay, who's ready for the yoga session?
That's not yoga.
Who's ready for the yoga session?
Relaxing.
Okay, if you all could stand up behind your chairs. What we're doing here, guys, is something called the downward dog. So just stretching your back legs. Yoga's meant to be relaxing. She's winding me up. I'm getting wound up. We'll use the one set of legs that you have. The next one, turn around to the chair and just show your bottom to the person behind you. Let's just spread our legs wide. It's just up and down. Up, down.
Twerking.
Someone knew what you were doing.
Okay, and down, bang.
Okay, you don't have to do this. Class is over, guys. Class is over. No one has to. You
Bang.
can't make it work.
And that was chair yoga for today. Namaste, bitches. Here we go. Well done.
Well, that's done. High tea.
No, you don't do this enough, do you? You don't treat yourself with a high tea. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Also,
here we go.
Who's still awake? Here we go.
Now, who wants...
Yes.
What do we do now?
Have you got your hot water?
Hot water. We'll come back to the difficult one.
I'll get some more capsules.
More coffee. So we talked about the tea being very popular. The coffee seems to be popular. Sorry, we should.
Good shipping. This makes it. So how's bloody Bill English going, eh?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no politics? Oh, do we not talk politics here? How about the weather?
Great big one with the barrel there.
Well, my political chat was shut down.
Excuse me, guys. I thought you were going to be working here today.
Well, yeah, this is bad.
Sorry, Judy. Sorry. Is this not networking?
If I did this all day, I wouldn't get any work done, so...
There's a couple of new sheriffs in town now, Judy. What's with this chanting? What's this waiting chanting? Let's have a photo and say what a good time you're having. I love it. How do you bloody sell this thing, guys?
There's a crank handle down the front.
There's a crank handle. Crank handle. That way.
Take the handbrake off.
Take the handbrake off. Very good. Here we go.
Put your foot down.
I'm putting my foot down.
Have you ever driven this before?
Oh, listen, I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to drive.
I think I'm going to put my seatbelt on.
Here we go. Half right in. Come on into the fun bus. Wave to the people.
Stop saying help.
Okay, so we're going to play a game of pretend we're on Talkback Radio. And we are crossing to line 3 where we have a van load of elderly people. Welcome to the show. What do you want to complain about?
The driver.
Down here. All right, in here?
Now park here.
Where do you want me to park?
Here.
Right here. Where there's a hole.
Stop winding everyone up.
We made it. You count?
6, 7, 8. If we come back with 6, we'll be fine. All right,
Here we go. Bring him in.
Come on in.
Have a seat. Who wants a cup of boiling water? You want a flat white? I've got that. Might I say? You're lucky to be getting this the way you were treating me in the car. Hey, Jude. How are you? How you going?
Well done.
You made it.
We did. How are you going?
Have we forgotten something?
No, the van's here. All good to go.
Residents? Oh, dear.
We had a great time at the retirement village, and it was great to see Winston Peters here. Looking very flush with cash, not sure where he's getting it all from.
Oh, it's been a tough week on Winnie, hasn't it?
It has.
First he had the bloody pension payment scandal, then New Zealand First tried making a meme about National and accidentally used a screenshot from a pornography. Proud to say I recognised it straight away, guys. 2 of my favourite things. Pornography in public taxis?
They're just trying to get the youth vote, I think. I think that's what they're going for, aren't they?
I don't know who found that and recognised it. Like, you wouldn't want to dob it in. For a start, you wouldn't want to admit that you've noticed that it's porn, and second of all, you wouldn't want to admit that you subscribe to the New Zealand First Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that superannuation thing didn't happen to him last election, or the election before that. What I'm trying to say is he's old enough to have had superannuation for the last 3 elections.
Yeah, but he's banking up so much money, I think he's slowly making his transformation into New Zealand's Donald Trump. He's going to make it one day.
Winston Peters is so old that he's now qualified for 2 gold cards.
This is exciting. I'm about 7 or 8 high-profile scandals away from being interested in this election. But right now it's time for this week's delivery, men. We'll see you after the break.
It's hard getting rid of old things.
That's why Winston Peters has been in Parliament for so long.
But last week we did manage to get rid of our fridge.
This week, we're trying to get rid of this old couch.
Relax in style on this 15-year-old 2-seater couch. In always stylish grey, it features not 1, but 2 completely stuffed legs.
So today we're going to try and offload this bad boy to Nude Furniture, and for the staff, you could say Christmas is coming early.
And it will, with our distraction, Santa Claus!
us.
I should be making children's toys.
No, we've all got stuff we'd rather be doing, mate, but here we are.
Here's the nude store. Do you reckon they send a lot of nude pics?
That's how you get employed there.
All right, so here we go. Here comes Santa.
Merry Christmas. Come around, girls and boys. Come around. Never too early for Christmas, little girl.
This is the moment where the nerves kick in.
Have you been a good girl or a bad girl?
Through the door.
You guide me.
I got a lovely little gift for a good little girl like you. A shiny box. Yeah, you...
Oh, no, stop.
Let Santa Claus rain down the gifts on you. That's a reindeer pun.
I just walked into a glass table.
There you go. What's it gonna be? Don't open it till Christmas. Oh, oh, oh.
Just quickly walk out.
You want a present from Sandy? You gotta give Sandy a little kissy on the jicky.
Go. Kiss me. Go. We've done it.
We've done it, Heist. We did the heist, baby.
When we return, Laura buzzes in on her thoughts of the week, and the boys try to keep their cool with the coolest guys on earth, the Foo Fighters. Don't go away.
Welcome back to the show. It's been a big week of news, so it's time now for Laura reviews it all in mean buzz or stink buzz.
Okay, people at home, unmute the TV. It's time for your favourite part of the show, and boy, oh boy, is it a mean stinker. Hillary Clinton released a new book this week about her presidential campaign titled What Happened? But I heard the working title was, Seriously, what the happened? Hillary Clinton not being president? And after being silent for a whole year, Taylor Swift is back in the media after she released her new song, Look What You Made Me Do, in retaliation to Kim and Kanye's takedown of her last year.
Because she's dead. Look what you made me do. Look what you...
Now, I'm no expert on it, but if it takes you a whole year to come up with a comeback, then it's probably not worth it. Taylor Swift's new song?
She's going to write about you in her next song now. You're in a lot of trouble, Laura.
Bring it, Tay-Tay. Bring it. I'm waiting, you snake. No, hear me out. Hear me out. The hook in her song sounds very similar to something I myself have already written. Take a look.
Look what you made me glue. Look what you made me glue. Look what you just made me glue. Look what you just made me glue. Look what you made me glue. Look what you made me glue. Look what you just made me glue. Look what you just made me glue. I'm sorry. The old Laura can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, 'cause she's glued.
Tay, you snake, where's my songwriting credit, you big stink buzz? And finally, Lorde performed at the VMAs, but she didn't do any singing, she just danced in a tutu along to her track. Now, a lot of people are criticising this, but hear me out. Lorde had to leave high school early because she was too famous, so really this is just her fulfilling her dreams of performing in Stage Challenge. Now take a look again at this powerful performance from Takapuna Grammar. Lorde's one-person stage challenge was actually about the Tangiwai disaster. And it's a mean buzz. And that was Mean Buzz, Sting Buzz.
Good on you.
I don't know what the problem is with Lorde not singing at the MTV Awards. No one else really sings their songs either.
And I tell you what, she is a national treasure, and that is now the new haka. The All Blacks will do that before every game.
Man, the All Blacks are going to get their asses kicked. Apparently she had the flu, and that's why she couldn't sing, but I haven't found out why her excuse was for not being able to dance.
You know, I'm actually against tall poppy syndrome, but I think maybe we should bring it back. No.
No, we didn't bring it back. One of the Kiwi icons can we take down?
No, that's not.
What has Edmund Hillary ever done for me? He climbs one mountain.
Don't.
Ernest Rutherford, stick your Adam up your bum, mate.
Kate Shepherd got the vote for women.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing you did.
Didn't even get the vote for men.
Briscoe's ladies, stop giving us 15% off Manchester.
Now, the National Party released their big election ad this week.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but basically it's just a bunch of people in blue T-shirts running through a series of parks. What on earth are they running away from? My guess is Eminem's lawyers.
Maybe climate change?
Oh, yeah.
Child poverty.
I got it. Flying dildos.
They're running...
Before, right?
I know it. They're running from the invoice for the flag referendum.
I reckon it's just John Key, eh? John Key chasing them. Come on. Oh, he likes to run from behind because he can see the ponytails bouncing up and down.
They're flipping.
We'll see you guys after the break. See you soon.
After the break, we ask a thing or two of the Foos in part 2 of our Foo Fighters interview. And more workplace bullying continues with Guy.
Welcome back to the show. Now, if you're looking
Do you know
for
what I
something...
love? I love observations about kids that say the darndest things.
I love it when my co-host sticks to the script. But
do you know what else I love? Topical sketches about films that are in cinemas now.
What?
What's that? Guy, you've done both of those. Wow, I can't wait to see it. Let's check it out.
Well, it goes from St. Louis,
So, did you enjoy the movie?
It was okay. Uncle Guy, why could the cars talk?
Well, obviously the cars are built in a special way so they can talk.
Can this car talk?
No.
Why weren't there any people in the movie?
I guess there's no people on the planet where the cars are from.
Then who built the cars?
Well, the smaller mechanic cars built the cars.
And who built those ones?
Pixar? It's probably enough questions, eh?
If there are no people, then how can the cars have doors on the side of them?
That's actually a really good point. Okay, people built the first cars, and now the people aren't around anymore, so now the smaller cars build the big cars.
So they killed the people?
No. Well, possibly. It's probably a good question for your dad when you get home, eh?
How'd they do it? Did they run them over? Or did they lock them in the garage and gas them?
No more questions.
Is this car gonna kill us? Should we start fighting the cars now?
No, Oliver. There's no killer cars. It's just a movie, Ollie. You know this. We're all going to be absolutely sweet as just a film.
You're right. It's just a movie.
It's just like the kids' film. It's not real. It's totally fake. You could obviously tell.
Float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer.
No, 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 no!
Your kicks on Route 66.
You know those Cars movies? They're up to the 3rd movie and they've already run out of storyline. Apparently the next one's going to be about a slight increase in the speed limit, 110 k's.
It's all election promises, isn't it? You know, then Labor will come out and go, you can travel at 130. The Greens will be like, 160. Screw making the New Zealand version of Cars. Let's make the New Zealand version of slightly more fast, slightly more furious. Only 10 k's though, not too fast and we're not too furious. A little passive-aggressive if anything here.
I'm actually really stoked because a lot of my speeding tickets are now going to be cancelled.
Yeah, that's how it works.
No, it's not
That's how it works.
That's how it works, right, Ben?
Send them into the police, get your money back guaranteed.
Oh, now, the Foo Fighters are so famous we had to split our interview into 2 parts, so here's part 2 of our catch-up with Dave and Taylor.
Back in Sydney with the Foo Fighters, we'd finally reached every Kiwi's favourite part of any interview, when famous people talk about New Zealand.
Now, you guys come to New Zealand many times. Is there something you always do when you come to New Zealand?
I always go to Fatima's to eat there.
Who'd you like?
Someone's trying to get a free meal.
Some free koftas. But you know, the funny thing is we've been saying it for years, so now when we walk in the front door, they look at us like, oh, it's the Foo Fighters. That's good.
You made news reading a scone in New Brighton and Christchurch. That was like front page news.
Really?
It's a small country.
There must be
Not a lot going on.
Dave Grohl eats scone. Yeah. Went for a bike ride, I had scone.
We've had some really awesome bike experiences. Remember the one in...
Oh, yeah, I almost killed some...
Taylor almost killed an old guy.
An old dude.
There was like 6 of us on mountain bikes. I just wasn't paying attention. And I look up, and the next time I'm head on with some like 60-year-old dude on his daily bike ride. Ah!
Is there anything you want to say to that old man now if he's watching?
Well, would you give him like $100 bucks?
A couple $100.
You pay him hush money.
Yeah, I paid him off. I said,
look after yourself. Have a scone and get on your way.
See, I always love doing interviews with people from New Zealand because my favorite interview of all time, I was in this side project band called Them Crooked Vultures.
Yeah.
This interviewer says, "So, is it really all 6 drugs and rock and roll?" And Josh says, 6 drugs? Been a lot more than that.
You guys have won a lot of awards, and I hear that was a doorstop at one stage.
Back in the day, the MTV Awards, there was like that moon man holding like this little flag.
Foo Fighters.
And it was perfect. You could put a roll of toilet paper right on the flag. So it stayed next to the shitter for like years, you know, just to sort of remind yourself, like, I've accomplished this.
Hey guys, we were looking on the internet today, and there was an ad for a singer wanted, and we thought we could call the person who runs the band to see if they'd accept either of you as a singer.
Oh.
We won't say who you guys are.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, I'm calling about the ad in the paper looking for a vocalist singer.
Yeah, auditions are this weekend.
Oh, they're this weekend. Maybe I could just do a little something right now.
Yeah, okay. Have you got previous experience?
I've got another confession to make.
A little bit. I mean, I like to sing to myself, and I could give you something like, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with the itty bitty waist, I could, something like that. I like to rap.
Yeah, I think you need to stick to it in the shower, mate.
Are you sure? But wait. Let me give you something. Let me give you something else.
You haven't even prepared anything.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm more of like a spontaneous type.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango?
Your pitch is all off, mate.
My pitch is off?
You should sing in the rock. Oh, that was crushing.
You lost another gig.
Shit. So good chatting to you guys today. We really appreciate it. I hope to see you back in New Zealand soon.
Yeah, man.
Get some Fatimas, go to Piha.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
Run into some old people on bikes. It'll be a hell of a time. Bloody good to see you guys.
Thank you so much to the Foo Fighters, and thank you to you guys for watching. We'll see you next Thursday. We'll leave you with the prank on guy.
With the boys in Australia this week, they've left it up to me to do MacGyver. So I'm here at Guy's parents' house, where he still lives. And I got a special little gift for him. I think it's his birthday.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Happy birthday!
It's not even my birthday.
What?
Today's not my birthday.
Ben said it was your birthday.
No, it's my birthday in September.
Ah.
How long did this take?
A while. And I got you some re-gifts.
Oh wow, it's my pillow. Thank you so much. Oh great, it's some of my old sneakers. Wonderful. What an absolute dream. They wrapped my clothes. Why didn't you just close the cupboard? It would have saved literally hours of work. Good time for a bit of a nap. If anything, it improved things, so yay for me.
Here it is. His pride and joy. I don't know if it's his pride and joy, but I know it gets him from A to B.
And this prank's the gift that keeps on giving. Bring in the walls, guys.
Flip around, mate. Flip around. Here we go.
What the hell is this? Where the hell's my car?
Hey!
his birthday.
Little pig.